Hello, everyone. This is a test for me because this is the first live I have ever done. But before I get into the content, let's send a big shout out to our new subscribers. Big shout outs to you all. Now, I want to see if anyone is in the chat. We don't have anyone watching, but it's okay. Tonight, I want to go live and thank you all for watching the Credit Cousin YouTube channel. 45,000 views. Now, to be honest with you, I didn't think this channel would do any views, to be honest with you. Uh, Being an average guy, stumbling into personal finance, there was a time in my life, life was a little gloomy, you know. Um, at one point, I was a father of three, struggling, trying to take care of my kids. And one of the stories I have told previously is that I owed $40,000 in child support rearage. Now, that was that put me on a journey to learn about personal finance, to be honest with you. Being a single father, three kids, a mortgage, and at the time I had probably about three or four cars at the time. And so I found myself in trouble with the law at one point. And that's how I got behind $40,000 with child support. But can somebody say, but God? What I managed to do is work two jobs and work myself out of that $40,000 hole. Okay. So this journey of being the credit cousin, it actually started in 1997 in Manassas, Virginia, when I had my three kids. I had to hustle to pay my child support, visitate with my kids, have my kids every other weekend. And to be honest with you, life was a little rough, but I said to myself, only the strong will survive. So in one of my videos, I was talking about grit. A lot of my content, family, is from real life scenarios. I had to buckle down and use grit to make it through a lot of my life. Now, I've told you all before that I'm originally from Jacksonville, Florida, but I live in the DMV, and I have been in the DMV for 30 years now. So living outside, um, living in the DMV without my family, uh, it's tough, to be honest with you. But I managed to survive 30 years. And in these 30 years, I've learned a lot of things. So one of the things um, I have been doing recently was bank account bonuses. Now, this is something that I wanted to test and see if anyone have ever done those, a part of the Credit Cousin YouTube channel. See, family, I'm not really doing YouTube for clicks and views. I'm doing YouTube to help somebody. Now, I run across a lot of young people in which young people, they're trying to establish themselves with credit and in life, career paths, things of that nature. And I find that most of the young people gravitate towards me versus people in my age group or older, but it's okay because I tell everyone I'm willing to help anyone that wants to be helped. And I tell them all the time, personal finance and credit, it is a process. Um, Most times with credit cards and things of that nature, they look at 24 months of payment history. So 24 months is 2 years, family. That's some time. So um, right now, I have a couple of young men that I'm mentoring. Um, One of the two, I need to shout out Darren. One thing I love about Darren is serious. Darren is 19 years of age. He's trying to find himself in this world. He's wanting to go into entrepreneurship, which that's a good thing. He's working and he's building credit. Just January, he just received his first credit card. And yesterday he opened up his second savings account. So, family, I'm doing this live and telling you about the things that I'm doing for a reason. 2020, I had vasculitis. Vasculitis is a disease that inflames your body. So from my stomach on down, I was full of inflammation. And the more your skin expands, the more it squeezes your vessels. Blood in your body goes around in a circle from your head down to your feet, back up. Well, when the blood would come from my heart and go down to my feet or down to my waist area, my blood vessels was squeezing. Well, my skin was squeezing my blood vessels. And the doctor told me if I wouldn't have went to the doctor when I did, one night I was going to go to sleep and not wake up because the blood wasn't circulating through my body. As being an African American male, we don't like going to the doctors. I'm gonna fess up. I don't like going to the doctors. But I humbled myself, excuse me, and went to the doctor, and I'm still here. Since I've made it through that, I started the Credit Cousin YouTube channel because I didn't want the knowledge that I have from living here in Northern Virginia, DC metro area for 30 years, building credit, obtaining mortgages. I said I didn't want to take it to the grave. So since I made it past vasculitis, I started the Credit Cousin YouTube channel. And um, I always put my email address because I'm just trying to help you. I did a video um, one time and I was saying, you got two types of people in this world. You have a giver and you have a taker. I'm a giver. I'm not looking to take from people. I'm looking to give to people because I'm noticing the other week I was over at Truist. That's another video I did about Truist bank account bonus where Truist was giving out $400 if you do a direct deposit of $1,000 for 2 months. You don't even have to leave your $1,000 in Truist. My home bank is Navy Federal. Truist was a new bank account, you connect the two bank accounts externally. So every time the money hit Truist, you can pull it back over to Navy Federal, and in 2 months, Truist will give you $400. Along with, Chase, they did the same thing for $300. I did the same thing with Wells Fargo for $325. I did the same thing for, Atlantic Union Bank for another $400. Now here's the caveat I'm trying to say to you, family. With these bank account bonuses, we're not spending any money. We're just redirecting the money back and forth from different accounts. So, once again, I just want to come on here live and thank you all for this 45,000 views. To me, that's a huge milestone. Being a little nappy head little guy from Jacksonville, Florida. I'm just trying to do what God has placed in my heart to do for anybody who wants to learn. So I don't want to stay on here too long. We got 4 people here, but wait a minute. Do we have any persons in the chat? Anyone want to say anything in the chat? Type something in the chat. Let me see it. Uh-oh, comments. Oh, what's going on, Dr. Willie Green? Dr. Financial Literacy, what's going on, bruh? Big shout outs to you. Yeah, so this is my first live, honestly, ever. I'm gonna be honest with you, family. I was afraid to do a live because when I saw other people do lives, the chat, it moves so fast. Um, for some strange reason, my chat is not moving. Thank you, Jesus. Um, and yeah, I just thank everyone for tuning in to the Credit Cousin YouTube channel. Um, I'm a solo creator. Um, I'm a micro creator because I'm under what they call 2,000 subscribers, which is cool with me because if I was helping all 2,000, well, all 1,600 of you all at one time, it really would be overwhelming. But right now, I probably have like 10 people that I'm working with at the time, which is good for me because not only do I do YouTube, if you go back and look at my channel, I'm a side hustler, so that's 2. I also do a W-2 job, which is 3, and I manage my mom's property in Jacksonville, Florida. So I'm doing 4 jobs at one time, family. So I'm juggling. I'm juggling. But you got to have the bandwidth mentally to do what I do, to be honest with you. And because I've been doing this for probably about 2, 3 years now, I'm kind of at peace with it, because one of my sayings is, if you won't, who will? So it's been 14 minutes. We got 3 people viewing. I thank you all for viewing. And until my next live, I think I'm going to continue going live because when you go live, you don't have to do all that other stuff. But I may still, pop things on the screen, things of that nature. Quincy, what's going on, Quincy? Do you share knowledge about building credit? Yes, I do, Quincy. And I tell you what, here's one better for you, Quincy. If you want to contact me directly, you can contact me at thecreditcousin@gmail.com. Here's the thing about credit, Quincy, that a lot of people don't understand. We all are on different tracks. We all make different money. So the credit I have may not be the credit you have. Now, here's the crazy thing about me. I bank from California to DC. I bank all across the country. I have over 12 different accounts, Quincy. Most Americans, excuse me, only have one bank account or a bank account and a savings account. But like I just said, I have 12 all across the country because I am building a business that will be publicly traded in 10 years. So you have to set a foundation and build upon the foundation. Most Americans, they're content with working one job. I work four. Most Americans are content with having one bank account. I have 12 bank accounts. And yeah, so what else we got? Peace. Read the whole question and let's discuss what. All right, thank you, Miss my actual question. Okay. Can I show this? Okay. Do you share knowledge about building credit with the ideal we can leave off credit, or are you sharing the knowledge of how to build wealth? Okay, Quincy. Well, check it out. All the above. The problem that a lot of people have when you watch a YouTube video, everybody think everything is for everyone. For instance, I have a young man that I'm working with right now that has zero credit. He has a zero credit score. Go figure. So when we pulled his credit, it was nothing there, a blank file. So we had to start off doing a secured credit card using his money, because if he was to wait for his financial institution to give him some credit, one part of credit is called credit age. So most financial institutions, let's say you got 2 years on your job, your financial institution, after 2 years of being on the job, you could possibly get some credit with a financial institution. But if you have some of your own money, Quincy, you could take your own money at the age of 18 and start secured credit ASAP. So I hope that answered your question. Um, do we have any more questions? Well, Quincy, I thank you, man, for joining the live. Quincy, put in the chat where you're from. Shout out your city. That'd be cool to know. But yeah, let's talk about the secure stuff. So let's say you was to inherit $20,000 and you're 18 years old. You could literally go to two different institutions, whether it's a bank or credit union, and you could literally take that 20,000, not two, you can go to four if you want to get crazy about it. You can take that $20,000, break it up into four pieces, go to four different institutions, right? And do four different secured credit cards, right? I teach from the 10% principle. So these $5,000 credit cards, I would say only use 500 on each one. When the bill come, pay it back. Do that for 6 months. These four cards will be unsecured because you're using the 10% principle. Now, here's the crazy thing. You could potentially turn 20,000, 5, 10, 15, 20, right? 20, right? You could possibly double this because they could unsecure this and turn these into 10, 20, 30, 40. So that's a different type of strategy, a different type of mindset. Most people, they like to do a Navy Federal $300 credit card and then use 10% of $300, which is $30. And then after 6 months, Navy Federal turned the $300 credit card to a $2,000 or $3,000 credit card. But you still got to put another 6 months into this $3,000 credit card to raise the limit up. 6 months, raise the limit up. 6 months, raise the limit up. So it could possibly take you a little more time versus doing a secure thing. You could jump right on in because you're using your own money, using the 10% principal. Now, once they unsecure this credit, once they unsecure that credit card, the money that you're holding, that's your savings. So you had a credit and you had a savings. But like I tell people, I stay on the 10% principle. A lot of people talk about 30% utilization. I talk 10% utilization because 10 is a little more safe. And normally 10%, you could possibly pay that back in 30, I mean, in 30 days. So I'm one of those people who are laser focused. I don't see what's over here. I don't see what's over here. If my goal is in front of me, I go straight for my goal. And that's what I did with Chase when I got this $300 bank account bonus. I do one of these probably every 3 months, to be honest with you. And I keep the accounts. I don't close them. So Chili says, let me put it up. My credit score is 743, but I still have trouble getting high credit lines. My highest card is 5,000, but the rest are 1,500 and under. Okay, Chili, so tell me this. What's your utilization on your credit cards? That could be the problem. If you're using 100% of a credit card, I just talked about 10%. So 1,500, I'm only talking about using 150. On the 5,000, I'm only talking about using 500. See, that's a total different mindset. And I never use all the cards at the same time. So let's say if you got 4 credit cards. Oh, what's up? Quincy, you in Gainesville? Man, you definitely need to where's my you definitely need to email me, Quincy. I can help you, brother. You're not that far from me. But anyway, um, if you got 4 credit cards, your highest is 5,000 and the others are 1,500, please don't use all those cards at one time. Let me go back to the chat. That's a question. Chili, are you using all of your credit cards? Do you have balances on all your credit cards? Put that in the chat. But yeah, I normally don't use all of my credit cards all the time. Oh, okay. You say you barely use your cards. Well, I'll tell you what I would do, I would put all my spend on that $5,000 credit card, and the other cards, I would go over to like, I would do like one purchase per credit card just so all your credit cards are reporting to the CRAs. Do you all know who the CRAs are? TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. They are not bureaus. When you hear somebody say bureau, immediately in your mind, they have you thinking federal, like the FBI. Bureau. CRAs, credit reporting agencies. TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, you can buy stock in them, and you can buy stock in Fair Isaac Corporation as well. FICO. So that was just a little gem. But okay. All right, chilling. But yeah, family, I just want to jump on here, man, and just thank you all. I really would like to get closer. So what I've been doing is talking to people everywhere I go because I feel as though YouTube, uh, I like to take YouTube and take it to the streets as far as come off this web and meet you all locally and we just have a financial conversation. I was talking to a young man at church Sunday just passed, and he wanted to talk about Bitcoin and all of that stuff. And I said to him, I said, well, first of all, you're way up here. I said, let's come back down to the foundational stuff. I asked him, did he have an emergency fund? Did you have $3,000 to $5,000 just in case the transmission on your car go out or the engine in your car go out? And he said, no. And I told him, I said, think about this. You put your money into Bitcoin and lose it. What you gonna do if you have emergency? So what I normally tell people to do this. First of all, do you have any debt? Debt. If you have debt, I'm different. I'm old school. Pay your debt off first before you start savings. Because once you pay off the debt, you can compound your savings faster. You could literally compound your savings faster if you have no debt. And I'm not talking about household expenses like rent or mortgage, lights, cable, all that stuff. That's just part of life. But I'm saying credit card debt, car payments, motorcycles, trailers, things of that nature, quads. You paying for all that other stuff and you trying to save, that don't work. Because I believe in cash in, cash out. You see how my hands are? Cash in, cash out. I'd rather have more cash in than cash out. So I had did a video talking about getting back to zero. Zero this way to my left is student loan debt, child support debt, car payment debt, credit card debt. Zero to the right is now you got a mercy fund, you got a high yield savings account, you got IRAs, you got a stock portfolio, you got a real estate portfolio. Zero to the right is where we want to get to. So, wealth, who said that? Was it Quincy? Credit comes before wealth because you got to have credit to get a mortgage. You got to have credit to get a fourplex. So this stuff, all this stuff go hand in hand. It locks in. It ties each other in. And that's why having strong credit, I mean 40 accounts, all paid on time. Now they all don't have to be credit cards because you want credit cards, which is revolving. You want installment, which may be a car payment, a HELOC or things of that nature. And then you want a mortgage. The mortgage is the highest credit you can get. You know that, right? On the personal side. But I don't want to get into the other side because if you can't understand personal, can't do the business. I don't care what nobody tell you talking about you can build business credit with bad credit. Ain't gonna happen. So family, I just thank you all for joining in to this live. And I think I'm gonna continue doing these lives. I kind of like the feel of them. Chili say, let me put it on the screen. I'm with, is it Navy Federal Credit Union? I had a platinum card, 1500. I'm in Baltimore. Hey, Chili, check this out. Did you know the platinum card is a balance transfer card? And the platinum card, you don't get no cash back, no rewards. I had a platinum card with a $45,000 limit. Go back and look at some of my other videos. I talked about that chilling. But yeah, and I'm actually getting ready to get rid of the platinum card because even if I put spin on it, I like to get either cash back or some reward points. Now let me tell you about this cash back scenario. I like to take my cash back and pay my cell phone bill or pay my car insurance. See, I keep telling you, I think differently. I'm not taking money to spend money, or I'm not getting bank account bonuses. Let me tell you what I do with these bank account bonuses. By stocking these companies. This is free money from Chase. I'll get this $300 and buy a share in Chase and turn this $300, try to flip it. Because I don't need the 300, but if you're gonna give it, I'm taking. That's it, family. So once again, I thank you all for joining me in this live. And stay tuned, because this is my first one. It feels kind of good. I kind of like the feeling of this. Um, yeah, I like the feel of this. And yeah, you all just tap in. Send me some where's it at? Here we go. Send me some emails on some topics y'all want to talk about, whether it's credit or building wealth. And we can do a live. You give me some time to prepare, I'll give you what you need. Because guess what? One thing we got to learn about in life, we all need each other. If you notice, most successful people, they run in groups. It's hard becoming successful by yourself. So until my next live, you be blessed.